We're here at John O'Quinn Field at Space City Financial Stadium. It's the Thunderbirds and the Houston Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Houston has been home to some great college football tradition throughout the years, from Heisman Trophy winner Andre Ware and the run-and-gun offense. Space City Financial Stadium, 40,000 plus strong. Houston trying to get back into the college football narrative. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Houston's offense has the ball first today. And we get our first look at Connor Wigman. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. Running inside, it's Hughes. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And guys, this 3rd and long is not exactly how they drew it up. Hopefully it's not an indication of what we'll see the rest of the game. Unleashes one. Finds a man on the right. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Pass to 45. Snags it and he's open. He's at the touchdown, Cougars! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
That is how you get your playmaking wide receiver in the game early. First series, they scripted this. They want to get him the football. They get him the football, and he does the rest. Gets the big touchdown on the opening drive of the game.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Now the Thunderbirds offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. A running back they could really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. Jackson gonna throw it. Going deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. And it's the Thunderbirds decide to punt it away. Wants to return it. Slips through the line. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Thomas. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Hughes. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Hughes. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Got his man to the left. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The Cougars are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. Blasted as he lets it go. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
And I feel like the defense needed that stop. Are already giving up a touchdown, early in this football game. They put another drive together, but great job bowing up, getting that 3rd down stop, and hopefully forcing the field goal.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions, but he sees zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Thunderbirds will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Makes a move. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Motion from the wideout. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Gonna run it. It's Hughes. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a...
Caught, and he's got room. Touchdown, Cougar! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one, too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Jackson will throw. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And it's the Thunderbirds in the hurry-up.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked 40.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. It's a draw. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. The Thunderbirds will line up to punt it away. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds. As long as it passes the line of scrimmage, we go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Slings it downfield. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sanford. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. It's Wegman. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man down the middle. Turns it on in midfield. He's loose on the right. The tag. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Cougars. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. And it's the Thunderbirds who will send out the punt unit. Hauls it in, looking for space. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Cougars peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Running inside. It's Hughes. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. First and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. On the option. The pitch. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Houston. Great job by the back on the option. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how.
Makes the grab in their space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Jackson gonna throw it. Pressure coming. Swings it out to his running back. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Got enough for the first. There's some room. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got his man. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. The Cougars will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Jackson will throw. They're working that left side. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Thunderbirds come to the line with a new set of downs.
Ready. Blackfoot's go!
Off play action on first down. Got a man, it's Kennedy. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And it's the Thunderbirds with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with it.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Houston. And they turn it into a defensive score.
Number one job of a defense, affect the quarterback, get to him, make him a little bit flustered, uncomfortable. Jesse, his 2nd fumble of the day, and this time it goes to the house.
Yeah, David, you know as a former DN, the coaches were telling their guys, hey, you got him to fumble once. If you get close to him, strip away at that thing. Get your hands on him. The ball's going to come out again. That's exactly what happened. They were opportunistic, not just recovering it, scooping and scoring for a big TD.
So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
Here comes the heat. And it's a sack.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Stealing a score on special teams.
And this team is dominating this game on offense, on defense, and on special teams. They're piling on here this time with a phenomenal punt return. Oftentimes on these returns, you got to make one guy miss, and then you just let your athleticism take over. That's exactly what happened. Total domination by this team in this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Goes high to pull it in. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets them up. 1st and 10 from the 36. They'll run the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Caught behind the line. It's Dorsett. Makes a grab and room to run. Into the house. Touchdown, Thunderbirds.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. He's out past the 35. Still on his feet at the 45. Wide open on the right. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars! Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. At the end of a play, there is an injured Houston player on the field. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Rides the option, he keeps it. Breaks the tackle. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They're dealing with a second and long. Jackson going to throw it. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. He picks it up, still on his feet. I don't know if it was luck. Or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. Trying play action. Got it in the middle, it's Jefferson. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Thunderbirds send out the punt unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. The run inside. It's Sellers. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. On the move, it's Butler. Hard running there. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And it's the Thunderbirds come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. To the ground to try to move the chains. Got a little grass. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Thunderbirds have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run play action. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And it's the Thunderbirds have pushed it inside the 20. From the gun, the running back has it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Pulls and fires complete. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Thunderbirds, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming down. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
They've got the lead, but here in the 4th quarter, it's starting to dwindle. And if they're going to hang on to this game, they've got to be able to run it. It's a really tough thing to do when the opponent knows exactly what you're going to do, but this is what you train for. You've got to be the more physical unit right now.
They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And just leaving no doubt in this one, right? 4th down, they've got the lead, running the ball and picking up the 1st. They're going to ice this game, baby.
You talk about 2-minute drills. This is how you end the ball on an offensive 2-minute drill when you're winning. Run the clock out, run the football, be physical, watch it go to zeros.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This